In this video, we're going to run a Champion's Demise dungeon for the Aspect of Umbral. Aspect of Umbral restores primary resource when you crowd control an enemy. This video was recorded spur of the moment late at night with my good friend Ancient Goat. So for this, I'm going to be voicing over the video because we were hanging out in voice chat the whole time, laughing and having a good time. Enjoy. All right, so here we go. We are in the game. We are at the Gerandi waypoint, and I already set a target. I pinned the dungeon on the map for my buddy to find. And by the way, just for reference, there's Kiovashad for reference. So it's quite a ride. You do have to go through a lot of the story, if not almost all of it. But Aspect of Umbral is going to be very useful, especially for a spin-to-win build. So we're going to just ride onto it, or ride there in style. By the way, hopefully by now, you got yourself a mount so you can just ride there. If you don't, you'll just have to hoof it like the rest of us. There we go. Let's jump in. So me and my buddy, we're going to do this together. I think he's at this point 47. I'm 45. Lan is his name, but he's been known as Ancient Goat for a very long time. He's a good friend of mine, and we have a good time. Now, up top, that is the boss. That is the end boss. And right now, there's a quest. We have to find 3 crucial objects and then place them in their respective places. So the best strategy for this we decided to do is to divide and conquer. Of course, it's a lot more fun to play with a friend. So we decided to run this together because we were hanging out. We were gaining some levels, and we were trying to push it to 50. Now, divide and conquer was the strategy for this. You could see I was taking a bunch of damage there. Still struggling with resources. I really enjoy Whirlwind. My personal playstyle is Whirlwind heavy. I really enjoy it. They have always been my favorite, even in D3. However, I would not recommend it for leveling. If you are leveling a Barbarian, I would definitely recommend playing Rend. With that said, I just plowed through. I pushed through it because I enjoyed it, and I dealt with the resource aggravation. Not enough fury was the name of the game. It was constantly still a thing that's happening. But my buddy the Sorcerer actually doesn't use resources, so that's kind of interesting. Most of his build, most of his damage comes from the primary skill. So it's completely opposite for me. I'm always starving for resources, and he never uses any, which was kind of neat. But we hung out together. And of course, the Barbarian is very much a support class as well as a solo class, right? With the shouts allow him to support his party. And right now, I'm only using one shout with Leap and Stomp. Stomp I was getting from gear. I got +2 from a piece of gear I was wearing, and I was using that for extra fury generation. But later on, in later videos, you'll see I actually replaced it with Rallying Cry. So I end up using 2 shouts, still keeping Leap for now because I'm not pushing very hard dungeons just yet. I'm not pushing endgame just yet, but eventually we're going to go to 3 shouts. So right now, we're just plowing through the mobs here. We're plowing through the monsters. I almost said mobsters. I've done that once or twice in one of my other videos. That was pretty funny. So we're just going to plow through, divide and conquer. One of the challenges with this build, of course, is a single target, right? We do okay when there's crowds of enemies. That is the fun. That is the bread and butter of the spin to win. But when there's one enemy there, it's pretty tough. And there we go. We got another level, which is absolutely awesome. And looks like Tempest, the Invigorating Fury, might be a good place to put our point. Let's go ahead and jump in here. This is one of the things we have to get, and we have to bring it back here. There are 3 of them. My buddy already got 1. There are 2 left. I'm a little bit slower, and I have a tough time dealing with elites, especially single target, because this build is primarily endgame, focused on just AoE farming, getting as many mobs as you can, and then just spinning to win. So some of these are a little bit slower. I'm not going to make you watch the whole fight because it is a little dull, and if you are leveling a Barb, I would recommend going with Rend. Alright, so I picked up one of the pieces. Let's grab that chip diamond, and let's place this back where it's supposed to go. We do need 1 more, I believe. Ancient Goat has the other one. My buddy's got the other one, so we do need one more. There's a cursed shrine right here. And actually, what you'll see happening is I didn't realize it was a cursed shrine because I wasn't paying attention. That's why I was whacking them with my primary skill and not spinning there. We were joking and laughing. We were having a good time. And by the time I realized I need to spin, something funky was going on there. I kept on getting stopped. So you'll actually see me die here, which is very interesting. And after I died, I came back with a vengeance, and I destroyed them. I popped the Ancients, of course. Call of the Ancient does a ton of damage. Call of the Ancient Goat does a ton of damage. If he watches this video, he's going to get a kick out of that. We do make all kinds of goat jokes and goat gifts, and we have a pretty good time with that. But as you can see, I came back with a vengeance, destroyed them. I was not paying attention, did not realize it was a cursed shrine, but it's okay. We are not playing hardcore, so it makes it okay. And here we go. It's time for the end game boss. Now, I didn't realize here that he went to tap up to fill up, and I actually went in. So if this happens to you and you get walled off from your friends, just wait a few seconds and the wall will come down. Don't panic. Don't try to solo the boss while your friend is watching. You will need a little bit of help. This guy wasn't too bad, but he does hit really hard, so something to be mindful of, especially for me when I run out of resources. I do have to whack them a few times, and that takes me standing still, so that's not a great thing, but that's why you have friends, right? The shout helps, the leap helps as well. The stagger meter goes up very, very quickly, especially with Call of the Ancients, especially in a party. I did have other friends online, but they were not up to this point just yet. So we just decided, let's just jump in, do a bunch of stuff, some stuff for me, some stuff for him, have a good time, and see how many levels we can gain, see how close we can get to 50. By the way, 50 is a lot of fun when you get there, start getting paragons. That will be in another video. So here, as you can tell, we're just taking our time. He does keep using, I believe that's Ice Block. Looks a little bit different. I'll actually have to double check, ask him about that. Looks like Ice Block. He's really enjoying the Sorcerer. So this guy's actually not too bad. Call of the Ancients comes out. The stagger meter fills up really quickly, takes a bunch of extra damage. Of course, he is vulnerable there. We do have a chance to make enemies vulnerable just from spinning a win. So that's kind of cool, and I'm sure he's got something similar. Haven't played a Sorcerer yet. This is my first time through the game. Really enjoying the Barb. This fight was a little bit longer because first character, not a whole lot of gear. You're just going with whatever you have. But we do have a nice barrier coming out every so often, so that does help us to stay alive. We got a little bit run over there, but not too bad. Not too bad. We're currently 4 out of 5 potions, working on getting more. And we staggered him again. He actually ends up going down right there. So this Champion's Demise dungeon is complete, and the aspect of Umbral is ours. If you enjoy these commentary videos, do me a huge favor, hit the like and the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.